First of all, guys, if you are looking to get any FIFA coins, check out U7 Buy. They're giving away 10 million coins, and some of you may even get 14% off. Just make sure to use code RECALL when you purchase to enter in and get your extra 5% off. What is going on, guys? Of course, we are back, and this week I'm going to be bringing you the best filters possible to make you a ton of coins during Team of the Year, because I know that's what you guys want. You may have heard of some of them before, but they are the best right now to make you the most. Now, I do want to say as well, of course, if you want to make that extra bit of coins over this period, we are doing the premium Discord. The trial is only £2.50 and there is no obligation to carry on. We've had great success so far. Just drop me a DM on Instagram if you are interested. Of course, we are on the way to 7k, and at 7k I will be releasing the requirements for the next giveaway. As part of that, we've got a monitor sponsored by iArmor, so it's a 37-inch monitor. Really good quality for gaming. We've got a PS4 or PS5 or the new Xbox, 4,200 FIFA points, and a copy of FIFA 22. All of that will be available, and that will all be available at 10k, but I'll release the requirements at 7. So let's get to 7 so you guys see what you have to do. But without further ado, guys, let's get into the video. So guys, as we are going over some kind of older filters that are basically just the really good ones that are going to make you a ton, I am going to try and stick with a theme. So this one, first of all, we're going to be looking at English Premier League players. So first of all, we just got to work out what the minimum is. Obviously, even though they're mostly gold commons, we've got a decent minimum here of about 1.1k. So you can see here, 850 there, 900, 850, and even these ones at a K are actually selling on almost instantly. So we're just going to check what we can go for. I mean, 1.3, they're still 55th minute. 1.4 here, we've got the 30. So that's kind of where we want to be selling them. I think we could probably get away with 1.5 really. So we're going to say 1.2 for the snipes, and anything is profit realistically. Oh, and now let's have a look. Right. What we're going to do, just because there's a ton of at 1.2, we're going to go at 1, but that means you're probably making 500 coins a card, because all of these can go for an absolute ton more. Now we're going to do compare price here, because I think that's probably the best way to do it. We've got Madison missed there, we've got probably a miss there on Taylor. We're just going to see if we can grab the next card along this time. We've got Noble there. We've got Wilson missed. Right, we're going to go to the end here, do a little bit of compare price again. We've got Badlock there, hopefully. We've got Kenny there, maybe. Okay, we've missed that one. Of course, the reason we compare price on this method is because it's the easiest way to pick up the cards. We've got that Walker Peters there. We've got that Kenny there. We've missed that one. Of course, we are getting the 1Ks a little bit more than we're getting anything else. We've got the Greenwood there, almost. Got that one there, but you can see how consistently these guys are being uplisted. So we're going to see how many we got. I think we got 3 or 4 there maybe. So considering we're going to sell all of them on, we're going to go for 1.4 just because I feel like that's the easiest way to get them sold quickly. So 1.4 for all of these, considering how long it took to pick them all up, really is a big win there. That's like an easy win for us, guys. Cannot complain at all about that one. We're just going to knock it up again. See if we can get one more, and that will be us for those. So whack them up. What we're going to do is have another go on just regular sniping, because obviously we can knock it down to 950 and guarantee ourselves a card every search. And I mean, that was really fast, and I'm quite impressed with myself at the snipe. But you can see how quality this filter is, guys. It's just consistent. It's not ridiculous coins. You're not making sort of 1,000 coins a card, but the amount of cards you can pick up. I mean, even as we back out here, we click compare price. There's oh, and I've fluffed that completely. That was so poor for me. But you can see there's basically a card listed every search. It's an easy card to pick up, or you pick up the next ones along, or you whack a compare price down. I know that's failed for me each time there, and even there, but you can see the amount of cards coming up. You've got a massive opportunity to make a ton of coins here, and you've got to bear in mind these ones that we're picking up here are actually like 500 coins profit each. So we're battling a little bit maybe, but not even that much considering the amount we're making per card. So we're going to move on to the next filter. We're looking at something a little bit pricier, and we're looking at the very, very classic filter, guys. A lot of you will know this one. So guys, the sponsor of today's video is going to be Foot Champions 666 on Twitter. They're a service where they will play your division rivals games, your squad battles games, or even your weekend league games for you. Obviously, they would charge a certain price. So if you contact them, if that is something you guys are interested in, you can check them out here on Twitter. So obviously, they will play all those games for you. They do have a very good success rate. They are quite good at FIFA. Definitely a lot better than me. So make sure you go check them out. But let's get on with the video. It's the Gold Rare Premier League defender. Now, you got one for each league. Of course, you got the Brazilian one, you got the Liga Santander one, you got all of these leagues. But this is obviously our favourite. We've got the British one, of course. Being English myself, we love a good English filter, which is why that's the theme today. If you couldn't tell, they're all English filters. Now, we're having a look here. Oh, we're not going to grab that one. You can see he goes for about 1.6. So basically, you want to pick up the 1.3s. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head, 80 coins. You can actually pick up the 1.4s, but we're going for extra profit today, guys. So we're not grabbing the 1.4s as of yet. We're going to go for 1.3 and below. You saw there, we picked one up pretty quickly. We're going to knock it down to 1.3 and just see how many are coming up. We've got one there at 1k. We've got Tamori. Unfortunately, we have missed him, but that would have been a very, very, very nice snipe there. And the next filter, we're going to stick with the English theme. It's a little bit of a change on an older filter, but we're going to go through this a little bit first. Now, I'm going to go back to 1.4 purely on the basis that we could find more Tamoris here. So we do want to try and stay up a little bit higher with these filters here. Obviously, picking up Cody at 1.3 or 1.4, that's great. Like, it's going to make you profit still. But the reason we don't want to go a little bit further down and try and just get the cheaper Codys is because actually, by doing it this way, we're more likely to see a Tamori. Of course, he's not going to be listed for 1k as much. Obviously, we saw a 1k there, but it's not going to happen very often. So we want to give ourselves the best chance to get the cards like him, because he's where you're going to make a little bit more profit, because Tamori goes for sort of 300 or 400 coins more, which shows, you know, per card, you're going to do a little bit better on the profit. Now, Cody himself, really easy to pick up, not too much competition. You've seen us pick up a few here at 1.3, and he is going realistically for 1.6. You can see that's where he's actually based at. So definitely a sell on at 1.6. We're picking him up at 1.3. You've got a few here at 1.4, but once those get picked up, everyone's going to go for the 5s and 6s. So we're aiming for a Tamori. It doesn't look like we've get one as of yet. I don't even know if we're going to get one, because he's not, you know, he's not as easy to get. He is obviously a little bit harder. As you see there, as I said, the 1.4s will go eventually. We're going to knock onto here. We're going to go for a little bit of a blast at the 1.3, and then we're going to move on to the next filter. Of course, we've been kicked out of Ultimate Team, so we'll skip that. So we're going to move on to the final filter, guys. We're actually looking at Liverpool. Now, there are two ways you can do this filter. I'm going to give you the English one first, because we are doing the English video, but we're going to use the general one because it's actually better for sniping. So we're going to be looking at Liverpool players. I think we set the minimum to about 10 to 50. Now, if you set this to English, you've obviously got Henderson, Gomez coming up. With this way, at least you basically get a few more players. So obviously you've got, oh, why are they all more than 10k? That is not ideal. Right, let's have a look at 13 to 50. Right, so obviously there's a little bit of a change. We're just going to check the price range of those players, because it looks like there's a little bit of a change with the Liverpool players. We want to make sure we're making the most profit here, so we're just going to check on the footprint prices. So Karius, for example, why is he there? What's his thing been changed out to? So 13k, right, so we're going to start at 13 to 50, and then we're going to lower it to whatever we need to. So we're going to have a look at 17. We got Thiago there. Let's have a look. Of course, as I said, guys, if you want to do the English version of this, it would be Gomez and Henderson coming up, basically. As you see there, got a couple Gomez's. So we're looking at Thiago and Gomez. They're both going for about 16k. I mean, realistically, we're going to have to pick them up. EA tax on that's going to be 800 coins. So if we pick them up at 15k, we're going to make a decent profit. So we're just going to see what we can get. Of course, the bracket there, 13,250 to 15k, isn't ideal. It's a small bracket, but we should be able to pick up a few in here. Of course, with the Liverpool players changing their prices a little bit, that is unfortunate. We've missed a Gomez there, which would have been a nice way to wrap up the video if we could grab that one. We've got Thiago. We've missed that one as well. You can kind of tell these ones are the ones you're going to have to be quicker on, but you can make an absolute ton. I assume after marquee matchups they're going to lower, obviously it's a new marquee matchups now, I assume eventually they'll lower the Liverpool players prices, so that'll make this filter a little bit better. Right now, unfortunately, that 13k bit does make you a little bit stuffed. It's kind of annoying, to be honest, that they've done that in that way. But hopefully we can still make a ton off this filter. We've seen a Thiago, we've seen a Gomez. We can see that it's still quite profitable. I mean, that one there would have been pretty lovely, 14k snipe. Unfortunately, it looks like it's either being botted or we're just being a little bit too slow, which doesn't matter. We can get around that. Of course, you can still beat bots, guys. It's very hard, but you can do it, and we're going to try our best to consistently smash those bots and hopefully make a ton of profit. So we're going to go for one more. If we miss the next one, we're going to call it a day, but you guys can see how the filter works. This one's just a little bit altered to how we wanted it to be. We're going to give it the final, I was going to say we're going to give it the final 10 seconds, but EA didn't want us to do that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.